Srikant Kondupalli from New Delhi. He's a professor in Chinese studies at Jawaharlal Nehru University. Thanks so much for being with us. First, let's talk about the United States' position on this, if you don't mind, because Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says that the United States will make sure we are postured appropriately to counter the People's Liberation Army. What could that mean for India, especially on its border with China?
Well, at the moment, it is not clear because this is not India specific and there is no formal request from India on this count. Number one. Number two, this is probably a Indo-Pacific related aspect, which includes, of course, the Indian Ocean and the South China Sea and other areas. Secondly, of course, there is tension between India and China, but that has been left to both countries to sort out at the moment. And in fact, at the military level, at the diplomatic level, they have been talking to each other on this issue. And so far, the United States role has not been very significant or very explicit so far.
Okay. After the clash, though, last week, it seemed to improve rather quickly, at least on diplomatic terms. Both sides seem to be saying the right things, that they want to decrease the tension and they do plan to talk. But now there are reportedly these satellite images showing that China has built these new structures near the site of the clash, and people are scared that that's going to provoke further tension. Do you know what those structures could be, and would India consider them threatening?
Well, these have been in circulation for some time, and both sides have been tight-lipped on the exact situation on the ground. It is not clear. They have not made any statements. They only made some statements regarding disengagement, de-escalation process, as was discussed on June 22nd Commanders Conference at the local level. Secondly, the foreign ministries are also in touch. There is a border mechanism working meeting. They have decided a few things on this. However, the ground level report suggests there is a lot of tension. The June 22nd position is that they have to go back to the April 2020 positions, that is status quo ante position. However, we have seen not just in Ladakh, but also in Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, across the 3,488 kilometer long border, there has been some tension now at various places. This suggests it is not just focused on Ladakh per se, but also in different other places. Within Ladakh, there are three regions in Galwan, Pankungso Lake, and Hot Springs. But in addition, in the last 24 hours, we have seen some transgressions in Daulat Beg Oldi region, and hence it suggests that the conflict is possibly spreading wide in terms of the area. Secondly, we of course heard about the deployment of number of troops. There is an estimate of nearly 2 divisions by China and roughly matching those positions by India. But initially about a brigade strength, that is about 5,000 troops each, far away from each other. So it doesn't mean that they are actually against each other's throats right now.
Okay. I have to ask you, Professor, as an Indian citizen yourself, are you concerned? Does this tension worry you?
Well, actually, this came as a shock because we were all busy with the COVID-19, addressing the infections in India. We have about 140,000 cases so far and about 12,000 deaths because of the COVID-19. And for the past 3 months, most of the places have been shut down because they wanted to stop the contagion. And so this became actually a shocking news for us because suddenly, while we were addressing the COVID-19, we have another situation on the border itself with the mobilization of the forces. And then the shocking thing was about those 20 casualties that we saw on June 15th night. So this was actually, as an Indian, this is really shocking. The twin shocks, COVID-19, as well as the Chinese troops presence in the border areas.
Okay, Professor Kondupalli, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for being with us.